should be a quicker intro.
There we go. Well,
oh, did you already unmute it?
all
right. Welcome to the Deep Threats Podcast. It is February 1st and not January 31st because I don't think there's 31 days in January. Just found that out 2 minutes ago.
Is there not 31 days?
30 days past September, April, June, and November. All the rest. No, there is 31.
Oh.
All right, so I'm just really bad with dates, apparently. All right, it is episode 9 here of this year. We are getting into what happened with the title games. I'm sure that'll be fun to talk about today.
Maybe.
And then we are going to reach out to Steve to learn some things in the NFL, I guess, today.
For new stuffs?
What?
The new stuff
first?
Yeah, the news.
Yes, we're introducing.
Yeah.
Don't key in yet, John. Jesus.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm there. You're good. Man, he loves to correct me when I slightly miss something.
Who, me?
Yeah.
He's like an English.
But it's all right because the one person
don't call me an English
one
teacher.
person
Oh
that's
my
talking,
God.
by the way, keyed in on exactly what I called him today, the patronizing co-host.
Who's a...
Steve.
Oh, you didn't call me patronizing.
I just did. That is literally part of my notes.
Is it patronize
You're
or
patronizing.
patronize?
You know what? It depends on who you are and what you want to be that day. You right now are proving that you are patronizing co-host.
That's not entirely true.
Also, we have our regular autistic guest, Wheels.
Oh, wow.
Jeez. And as always, on the mic, our resident Rogers apologist, JonnyG.
I'll take
Hi,
patronizing.
everybody.
All right. But that being said, we're going to jump into the breakdown this week and have some fun here. Well, as in every year, all the suspense builds up to 2 games heading into the
That's
Super Bowl.
not the breakdown.
There were no upsets this year.
This guy.
The number 1 seed in the Eagles and the number 2 seed in the Chiefs both advanced to the Super Bowl, but leading up to this, there was a lot of controversy.
He ruined it.
He did ruin it for you. He
You
did.
ruined it.
All right, the NFC title game was riddled with penalties, and the refs did their best to keep this game as clean as possible, almost making it worthy of just watching the lingerie bowl. But somewhere in the third quarter, there it was, the hit of the game. Trent Williams slammed down Kayvon Wallace during a scuffle on the field, making him look like a rag doll.
Yeah, he did.
Well done, Trent. When there's nothing to play for, leave it all on the field.
Yeah.
Oh, I almost forgot. The 49ers did as they have always done since Shanahan's been head coach. They let their running backs run the offense in Christian McCaffrey.
Oh.
Typical quarterback issues for him. They go out, they make sure they only get quarterbacks who are made of sugar glass.
Oh, sugar.
Maybe he should have reached out to Bill Belichick and asked how you win a game throwing less than 10 passes. In the end of the Eagles dominated the number 1 run defense with the run. Scoring 4 rushing touchdowns to win the game 31-7. Thanks, CMC, for making this game somewhat entertaining. Now moving on to the true rivalry in the AFC, the Bengals took on the Chiefs. It was formerly known as Arrowhead. The Chiefs dominated this game, showing the Bengals' offensive line what real men look like by sacking Burrow 5 times, taking the ball away twice in the secondary. It was nice to see MVS, also known as Marquez Valdez-Scantling, to look like a receiver in this game. Bengals couldn't stop Kelsey either. This proved that there were many rotten apples in the Bengals secondary, not just one. Both red zone defenses played great, each only giving up 2 TDs. In the end, the refs did what they do best, taking the game over by throwing a bad penalty for Osai and hitting Mahomes as he stepped on the sideline. This turned a 55-yard field goal into a 40-yard field goal. Thanks, guys. Honestly, I think Butker makes this kick from 60, but that's besides the point. The Chiefs took their stadium back, and it's no longer called Burrowhead. Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes win the game 23-20 and head to the Super Bowl to face the Eagles, where 2 American quarterbacks face off for the 57th time in the Super Bowl. NFL, quit being racist. That brings you to the start of our show.
That's what you get, Roger.
Alrighty. For the news.
Where's my intro? Where's the...
No, it's there. You can't hear it. It's
Oh,
there.
I love that.
Yeah, so
Oh, I got it.
news and rumors, baby. Go for
Oh,
it.
that's so awesome. Hey, hello, I'm Steve. I am your co-host. Thank you for being here. God bless you. Like and subscribe. Please, for the love of God, get in chat. Ouch. Oh, God, Anna's making fun of you already. So, some news. Kellen Moore, he's a new OC for the Chargers. He got fired last week. He's now employed again. All over again. Some would say in an even better situation.
Oh, I think he's on a good situation.
I think he's in a great situation, personally. I really, 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 really like him to the Chargers. I know Wheels was talking about that, too. Him and I had a good conversation about that today.
I think he's going to not so much catapult because I think Herbert already has, the arm talent and the accuracy, but I think he's going to greatly improved Justin Herbert's game.
How can
from
you
here
improve a
on
game
out.
that averages like 28 points a
Yep,
game already?
Their offense. I mean, they're gonna need a little more.
Maybe wide
younger
receiver
receivers.
training.
Yeah, I mean,
Younger
I
wide
think
receivers.
Keenan Allen's going to regress a little bit.
Mike
but we'll talk
Williams is
about
only
that
like
later.
26.
Mike Williams is 28,
Yeah, but he's a broken back.
and he's broken.
They did not sign a 27-year-old back to a 5-year contract
No, to a 3-year contract.
or wide receiver.
Yes, they did.
That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. D'Amico Ryan, he ended up with the Texans, as you called, as was
Thank you. I
reported.
appreciate that acknowledgement.
You did call that. I mean,
I
it is
love
what it
that
is.
signing.
I think that's a good signing for the Texans. I think that says they're going to go defense early, and they should. I think they're going to end up picking up a quarterback in free agency. I do not think they're going to draft.
Oh, we.
But we can.
Funny enough about D'Amico, do you know he was drafted by Houston and won Defensive Rookie of the Year?
Yeah,
in
him.
06?
JJ's been touting him up on Twitter all day.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was drafted by.
Oh yeah,
Houston.
they were teammates. It's
and then
crazy.
he also was a 2-time Pro Bowler, rookie and Defensive Rookie of the Year. The year he was
Yeah,
drafted.
D'Amico Ryan.
Pretty
good.
crazy.
He's.
I didn't
stupid.
realize he was that good of a player.
Yep. Yeah, he was very good when he
But
played.
yeah, we'll talk about
Um,
Houston possibly not taking a quarterback.
We have Sean Payton to the Broncos for an absolute just debacle that was.
I love the Sean Payton signing.
I
We
think-
knew it was going to happen.
I think it's gonna be better. I mean, he was going somewhere, right? But we didn't know where. I honestly thought he had a shot going back to the Saints. I thought they were gonna move on from what's his nuts, because that was not good. I didn't think the team looked good at all. The defense did, but offense was lacking all year.
Sean Payton knows how to run an offense.
I don't.
Sean
like
Payton
that
does, yeah.
signing. You're giving up a lot more of your future that you've already given
nothing.
up.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it's gonna be rough. I mean, if this doesn't work out,
That wasn't even their
it's-
pick. What do they care?
still a first-round pick and
Yeah,
a
I
second,
agree.
It was San Francisco's. That's like a second-round pick.
30th. Yeah.
That's true.
They really didn't give up much when you really think about it. And to be honest, if they truly think that they're playoff ready and they go into next year and they give up next year's second-round pick, that's almost a third-round pick.
I don't think they make the playoffs next year.
Oh, the Broncos. Ooh, you don't think they make it? I don't know. That defense kept them in games this year.
I
They
think the
weren't even
Chargers
scoring.
and the Chiefs are the two teams that come out of that division
I
next
think.
year.
I don't know.
Yeah, we kind of said that this
Water
year.
bet.
Yeah.
Mark. Anyway, Nick Sirianni, he's 5-0 against coaches, against
That's right.
Coach of the Year finalists. Sorry, I didn't know
Hey,
that. I
just
thought that was super interesting. One
Click the no-show on it.
Yeah, click no show. Click no show.
Because every time you switch to him, it shows up,
Yeah,
right?
show to me.
No, I didn't. It was a different one this time.
Okay, I
Oh, okay.
apologize.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I thought that was a really interesting little factoid for Sirianni. He's beat them all. Derek Carr, he has not been granted permission to seek a trade yet. That was as of 1:30.
He hasn't granted position?
He has
Or
not
hasn't
been
granted
granted. The Raiders have not granted him permission to seek a
But
trade.
he is going to the Pro Bowl.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That
And
means
so is
so
Tyler
much.
Huntley.
That means
you
so
know.
much when Tyler Huntley got it voted
Right?
in.
Yeah, that's
I was like, I guess we'll
There
include
was
you.
0 other quarterbacks in the AFC that were better than Tyler Huntley. 0.
Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, because
Zero.
Burrow and
that
Allen.
earlier. That's Jacoby Brissett should have made it before.
Because
Yeah.
Burrow and
I
Allen
mean-
are out due to injury, but Allen is in another sort of football.
Why wouldn't
bowl
like
game.
Case Keenum get it? He's behind Josh Allen. I'm
That's
just
true.
saying.
I mean,
Dan, the Pro Bowl, the Pro Bowl
The
disgusts
Pro Bowl's
me anymore.
pointless.
See,
It's pointless.
you see-
It's
There's
because
no-
Tyler Huntley can run.
It's a moneymaker.
Yeah,
for
which is-
Go do your
advertising.
skills competitions.
That's all the Pro Bowl is anymore.
it's disgusting. Pro Bowl. Is
I'd rather
absolute
watch
garbage.
slaps.
I'd rather
Oh
watch-
man, that is crazy.
I'd rather
Like
watch
Have you
football.
actually seen
curling.
that? Oh, I saw this dude's face look like it was gonna pop. It looked
Oh, the
like
one that was like all swelled
my
up.
God.
He won that too. He won that that tournament.
disgusting.
All right, anything else?
Oh yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo. Did you hear what he said about the game on Sunday? He's like, "I wish I had a helmet on Sunday."
As he was smiling the whole
Oh,
time.
that's ironic because I'm pretty sure that I said in a text message earlier this week that Shanahan is so good
He said Stefanski.
that shut up. Shanahan is
Freudian slip.
Shanahan is so good at coaching that he didn't need Jimmy Garoppolo, even though he has not had a single quarterback in the 6 years he's been there not get injured.
Did he need?
Except we all knew that Garoppolo was injured.
How many games are
wouldn't
you
work.
going to have to go through 3 quarterbacks? It's not often.
The San
And if he
Francisco
was still
49ers.
In San Francisco, that's all the
Probably
time.
every season.
I mean, they should probably switch the
I mean,
grass.
the Ravens did it too this year.
Since Shanahan's been there in 2016, he
guess
has
they did, yeah.
had 1 year with a
Right.
quarterback not get injured, and that was in 2018 with Jimmy Garoppolo. Ever since then, Jimmy's gone down every year. Trey Lance has gone down every year,
Well,
and
this
now
is the
Brock
second year.
Purdy's gone down year 1 in the playoffs.
They're soft.
No, I think they're abused.
You think they practice too hard?
I think they play them. They take too many hits.
Well, look at the
Their
running backs,
quarterbacks
too.
take too many hits.
The
They're-
running backs are the same way.
He's never had a healthy running back all season. They take too many hits. Throw the ball, leave those guys alone a little bit. And that's the problem with his offense. And maybe that's why a lot of guys don't do that in their offense. Look at Debo. Debo doesn't even catch the ball. He runs out of the backfield. He's a third running back.
He is.
He's a wide back.
Yeah, come on. They got a new position.
That is a very poor ass joke. Sorry, wide back.
Joseph Asai, the linebacker that was penalized.
Is it Asai or Asai? I'm just kidding.
I think as he was falling into the bench, he was saying Asai. He was holding that leg like he busted something. I think he's gonna be on suicide watch. That dude.
He was
There's
getting,
no way.
he was getting yelled at by his own team. I mean,
I understand that.
No, I heard
passion,
it was the other way around.
oh, was it?
No,
Yeah, Johnny was just telling me earlier that
that
his
clip.
team in
that
post.
clip. No, that.
Yeah, post game interview.
Yeah, they were sticking up for him. His whole team.
The one
Walker,
teammate.
Yeah, the one way walking to the locker room, he was getting yelled at. But
Yeah.
there was somebody
Yeah.
defending him.
Yeah, that dude that was
already
hollering
in the
at him?
locker room.
You know what? Show that picture. Picture.
Picture?
That dude that was walking in the locker room, he's also a free agent this year. I think
Show
it
that
was- I think
aside,
it was
picture.
Jermaine
Probably.
Pratt. So good luck, dude. You ain't coming back. Not after that.
I mean, you're
How do
playing
you spell his
football.
last name?
You
No, it's on my intro when I was doing the breakdown.
What?
Show the
Oh,
Osai.
yeah.
Show the Osai
The
picture.
hit,
I
Mahomes
mean,
hit.
how much of that play do you think he was really trying to push him out, or do you think it was
Like,
his momentum?
look at the contact that's being made. He's not even out of bounds yet. He's got
No.
contact.
And Mahomes is known for faking going out of bounds to get extra
Well, yeah, I
yards.
heard he flopped. I heard it was a
Him
flop.
and Josh Allen can flop like no other. They're like LeBron talented flopping.
What is? Why am I getting JB? Why don't you just get in chat? All right. Why don't you just sending me text messages on the side? That's child's play. I also saw Joey Bosa was heckled for the whole game.
And
The entire game, people were shouting up at him.
did you not see the video of him going at it with an Eagles fan saying that they're broke? And
Yeah,
they're poor?
outside after the game.
No,
Yeah, I'd be
no,
pissed off too.
before the game.
Before.
Was it before the game?
Like,
Are you
how
sure
are
it
you
was
going to tell
before the
Joey
game?
Bosa he's poor? I mean, he's in
Right.
the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, come on, dude. I mean, Andy got
think he's
that.
making
He might have
25
more
million.
money than the entire city of Philadelphia at this point.
Oh, hands down. Hands down.
Yeah, I mean,
That
Philly
is
fans are just
Philly fans are
they're-
vile.
no comment.
And
I'm not going to go into Philly.
I don't think McNutt's going to be in chat.
no
but
offense. No,
sheesh.
McNutt is not like that. He's
Well, actually, it's
very
funny that you
wholesome.
say that because I was just telling Johnny before the show, the captain of the San Francisco 49ers defense, his girlfriend came out and said she's never going back to Philly because of the things that they were saying to her as she was coming off the field about, like, I hope your plane crashes. I hope you
Oh,
die.
what?
Like, they're saying absurd things that she's not even on the field.
Oh yeah, that's
Philly
crazy.
is like the armpit of America.
No,
That is true. It's actually one of the
I
most
could
cities.
say something
It's
else,
one
but
of the
I'm
cities with the
trying not
most
to.
drug overdoses in the country.
it's like the birthplace of America. Like that's
And
kind
look at it now, the way it's
You know what
aged.
that means.
yeah.
No comment. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Come on. Move forward on that one.
That's gonna be it for news. Rumors though, John hit it. Do the thing.
The super secret.
Yeah. Oh, that's the super secret?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
These were.
Is that what I sent to you?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Except I just made a graphic out of it.
That's
so.
Okay,
Did I send the
this again.
Baker thing? Oh shit.
Where
No,
were
you didn't
these
send no
quarterbacks?
Baker thing.
Baker's
Oh,
in
was there a
right.
Baker
He's
thing?
bottom right.
Oh.
Baker's in there.
Wait, did you hide? I hit him. He hit Baker.
So Baker's retiring with Tom Brady, according to that?
No.
Oh, you're saying
No,
he's
it's
going to
where-
Tampa
is that
Bay.
where these guys are thinking.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, dude, Lamar's not going to Atlanta.
No.
Okay, we're not even gonna.
You don't even want to talk about it?
We're not
You
even
wanna
talk about it.
You want to talk about it at all? You want to talk about it at all?
Lamar's not going to Atlanta.
Why not?
Aaron Rodgers not going to San Francisco.
Aaron
He might.
Rodgers isn't leaving Green Bay.
Aaron Rodgers not leaving
Tom
Green Bay.
Brady retiring. Ryan Tannehill will leave.
I'm not opposed to the Derek Carr going to Carolina. That's feasible if
Yeah.
that team trades him. Because of what you said earlier is that he's not
Yeah,
allowed.
they have not allowed him to seek a trade yet.
Who is the white guy under the Colts?
Tannehill?
No, Will Levis.
Oh, that's funny.
He's garbage anyway, so it doesn't matter. The Colts would draft him.
I'm sorry, you don't think the Ravens are going to draft C.J. Stroud? Huh.
I think
Ryan, get in chat.
Who's under Tennessee?
That's
that's That's that's
Trey Lance.
Trey Lance.
Trey Lance not going to Tennessee. He's owed $8 million.
They're
or like
playing Trey
13.
Lance because of the Brock Purdy injury. He's going to get playing time regardless.
Well, not just
I don't
that.
think so.
He's owed $13 million, man.
3 first-round picks on him. You got to see what you have.
Well, right, but at the same time,
And unless
Mr.
you
Irrelevant. You're
But
paying
here's
him
the
nothing.
issue. Unless you trade Trey Lance, that's $13 million you're taking a hit on.
Yeah, which I mean, he's just.
You can't do that.
And the Jets would be stupid to take
Wait,
Jimmy.
Same reason with Green Bay.
Can you go back to that
KJ
for
said
me?
with the injury issues.
Yeah.
Say again.
Where's Jimmy? Jimmy's going to the Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't like that
Not
either.
in that division with those
I don't think
defenses,
the Jets do that. I don't think they risk it. I think they go for a dude that's going to be healthy.
The Jets already said they want to go for an elite quarterback.
I really
Which
want to see
is
Derek
not
Carr.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Derek Carr needs to go to the Jets. He will.
So here's the thing.
I don't. See,
I'm
come
not
on.
opposed to Stroud going to the Ravens, but you're assuming that Lamar's leaving.
Lamar's gone. He's not staying.
He's
Even if they tag him, he's not going to.
That's fine. You can say that all you want.
You
There's
really
no
think he's gonna
evidence.
play?
There's no evidence to the contrary.
They haven't signed him. He turned down.
I'm going to trust someone who believes that the NFL's not corrupt.
The NFL's corrupt. You cannot tell me the NFL's not corrupt. They've shown it how many times? How many examples do you need?
Arian Foster was on a podcast earlier.
Apparently, they came out and they said that was garbage.
It
They
is a
said it was a
skit.
joke.
It is a
and
skit.
I don't think so at all. I think that they're definitely covering that.
I mean, they might be
that's
doing
a
anything for
garbage cover.
views.
Hold on. Here's the thing. They did that during the week leading up to the Pro Bowl, where nobody cares about the Pro Bowl, and it's blowing up and trending on Twitter. So why do you think they did it?
Yeah, I mean for the
For
views.
attention.
Yeah, that's it.
That's exactly why.
Free
That's all it is.
advertising.
Yep.
That's it. That's all it is.
All right. What else you got in rumors?
That's
Because
it. That's all I got.
that was your rumors.
That's it. That's a big rumor.
some weak sauce.
Why is it weak sauce? You got rumors?
Let's go over a little bit.
You gonna come closer now?
Yeah, I want to come closer.
You wanna sit
Actually, I
up?
want you to go left more.
I'm not
because
doing
that
it.
gap is driving me insane between you and Wheels.
Why?
It's
Right.
literally driving me insane.
Well, I can go more to the right.
what
but
if he
then
told me that I
I'm going to be
smell?
like half and half?
No, it's not that.
What if
I
he
just
told me
want
I smell for the show.
it. Well, I mean,
now you gotta move the camera. Good job.
No, he doesn't. It's fine. He'll adjust it. It's no
because
big deal.
Oh God.
He can adjust it off cam. He knows
you
how
go.
to
See,
do this
look,
stuff.
there it is.
Oh my! Now
Perfect.
you're center.
Oh wow. How about that?
That's funny.
Wow, John.
All right. So I guess since you did that ridiculousness,
What do you mean?
let's jump right into talking about these rookie quarterbacks
It's a
today.
good rumor.
Oh, buddy.
Or do you want to talk about the game?
No, we can talk about
You
them.
want to talk about the games, or the rookie quarterback?
We can talk about rookie quarterbacks.
Let's talk about these rookie quarterbacks.
That's quarterbacks from this year, not coming up. From this year.
first year quarterbacks.
How they did. What do we think they're going to do? We have a little grading system that we're putting out.
Can you pop off that? We didn't want that right away. We're gonna talk about it when we bring up their name. Then you pull them up.
Man, you can't even.
No silence or dead silence. Trying to keep
All right.
going.
But so we're gonna go over this real quick. We're gonna give a grading to these guys. We're gonna go over each quarterback. We're gonna grade them. We have a grading scale, and it goes as is. Bottom, which essentially is gonna be our E, or F, depending on where you're from in the country.
Did they use E and not F?
I think they do
Ohio
now.
uses E.
No.
It used
Ohio
to be
used F.
It used to be F for fail.
Yeah, I got a lot of
when
it.
I went
That
to
hurt
high school, it was
people's
E.
feelings having
Yeah.
F, so they just put a line.
Yes. So wherever you're from or what area you are, it's E or F.
I don't
So
know. Sorry.
our bottom ranking is a dud. Our D would be a project. Our C is a backup. So someone that's capable of playing in the NFL but is a backup. Our starter, which will be B, which means that's a big range because there's a lot of starter capabilities out there. And our elite to us is a guy that's probably going to make the Hall of Fame or is a franchise. Well, no, sorry. Our elite is a franchise guy, a guy that you can lock down.
A guy you can build your team around.
Yeah, you can build your team around. Now, I will say the top of the echelon will be an elite plus, which is our A plus.
Oh, we're doing all that.
Well, I'm just saying that's as high as you can go is our elite plus, and that to us is going to be a Hall of Famer or a guy that's going to make the Hall of Fame.
Like Patrick Mahomes.
Yes,
That's
that
your
would be our
example.
grade, right? And our dud minus is someone that probably should not even have made it to the NFL.
Malik Willis.
Exactly.
So
There you go.
Garbage.
yeah, so
trash.
let's go to. Well, you brought up Malik Willis. Let's go to Malik Willis, which we don't have an overlay for. That's fine.
He is
fine.
E.
Wow.
Yeah. So Wheels, give me what you got for Malik Willis. What do you think his grade is? And
E. I don't think he belongs in the NFL.
And he just went straight grade.
So dud.
Letter grade. Shit.
Dud, yes. I
Our
don't
grading
think
system failed.
I know he went right to E.
I don't think he would
This
do
guy.
even a hair of what Brock Purdy did with the Niners.
Now, hold on. Do you think that's play calling? Do you think that's the type of offense? Do you think that's poor coaching?
I just think that's capability from the quarterback. I don't think he has it.
I think that's hilarious because he said last Saturday that you could plug and play anybody in that offense. And now he says anybody but Malik.
Well, we can throw
Anybody
Malik for less than that. I do some runs on that.
well, hold on. I
and see
think
how
what he
that
was
goes.
what he was trying to say is anybody who has the talent should be able to plug and play in that
with
offense.
yeah, that
With
is
Shanahan's
talented and can run an offense. I
Competent.
just don't think
Unless you're Trey
confident.
Lance.
Yes, if you watch Malik Willis, he has happy feet. I think he's scared to get hit. I don't think he likes staying in the pocket. And given there's not much receivers out there for him to throw to.
Yeah, I mean,
but,
Burks was hurt. I mean, so like
I want to see what you can do at your worst, and I want to be confident in that just to see what you can grow into. I don't think he's a project. I
agree.
give up on him, and I hate to say that after a year with how
after
young
what
these
3
kids-
games? I mean, it
Yeah, but
just didn't look.
I mean,
good.
he's had one good. He did one good year at Liberty, and everybody was
3.
sorry,
He had
3
good years.
No,
Yeah, but-
no, 3 games started.
Yeah, 3 games started, 31 completion, 61 attempts, 50.8 completion percentage, 276 yards,
Bad.
0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 10 sacks in 3 games.
Oh,
So
Jesus.
going back
and
to
with
use-
that offensive line, that should not happen.
No, and that's what I was about to go back to Steve and say, well, do you think their offensive line is 10 sacks bad in 3 games? I don't think so. I just think that him
I
not being
don't-
able to make decisions at the
Yeah.
right time.
He held the ball too much.
He did rush for 123 yards and 1 touchdown.
That's the only touchdown he got.
Yeah, I did not include that.
I mean, I had high hopes. I remember watching him in preseason.
Yeah,
we were at Bose. I remember watching him. I'm like, man, maybe he'll
I
do
got
something.
dragged when I came out with my top 5 quarterbacks. I had him at 4.
Well-
I got dragged.
So the reason why obviously he had the stock that he had was because of his
feet?
Senior Bowl.
It's the same as
No, it's
Josh
because of the
Allen.
game he had at his Senior
Well,
Bowl. Everybody said, dude, this dude's the real deal. He's playing with all these different receivers. He had a great game. He had some sick amount of stats.
But, I
and
mean-
that's what he got drafted on. He did. I don't even think he had that good of a combine.
No,
So
he
then,
did.
how
But,
much stock do you put in the Senior Bowl? Because this dude
I
did
mean,
not.
Josh Allen
he
had a
didn't
really good Senior Bowl. That's what got him drafted.
Well, so it depends. Like, really, it really does depend. How good was the talent around him? You know what I mean? Look at the receivers that came out that year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I just if
Are
he-
we
so
not talking about like 7 receivers in the NFL that
Yeah,
are be
but-
starters this
so-
year?
All right.
Like,
So then was it
how
the
much-
lack of receivers?
Yeah, how much talent do you need to put around him to be successful? Are
Yeah,
you
I
going to have
agree.
to put every one of your picks into offense just for him to be, maybe he can be,
in Tennessee,
competent
there's 0
quarterback.
talent, so I don't know.
but it's a
When
terrible
you have
division.
Westbrook
That is a-
Akine as your
one essentially.
one,
You're
But
healthy.
it's
You're
a-
healthy
that's
one.
still a
because
terrible
Treylon
division.
Burks is
hurt.
coughing on the sideline and dying from one route
Feel bad for 49ers fans. Why?
because they're glass quarterbacks.
Yeah,
they're
it's bad.
sugar glass quarterbacks. The only
Okay.
reason I say sugar glass because it breaks 10 times easier than glass.
Do you think? I think Ryan Tannehill's gone this year. Obviously, they opt out. Do you think
Yes.
they give Malik 1 year?
Yeah, they have to.
I think they will, but I mean, how much of that is we believe in Malik, or how much of that is
I
we want
do-
a really good first round
Well,
pick?
I don't
if
know
they don't
how-
keep Tannehill, then they need a quarterback. I don't know
Bradford,
who else-
I
who
like
else-
that
I
take.
take Baker Mayfield
I like
over
that take.
Malik. I'll be honest.
Draft
I
him or
hate
trade-
So,
trade
Baker
first.
Mayfield.
Steve,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
do you have Malik at?
Malik's a dud. I have him as a dud.
Okay, so I think we all have him as a dud, to be
I
honest.
did not. He looked bad. I mean, obviously, he's going to have his ability with rushing. That's what he knows. That's what he succeeded at.
Well,
if
that's
you could
not
say
what he
that.
did at the Senior Bowl.
No, it's not. But that's what he did.
Liberty. He did that all year
Yeah,
through Liberty. I would
exactly.
agree.
And then when he had talent around him at the Senior Bowl.
Oh, you know what? I actually have him marked as a project. I apologize.
Oh, wow.
And, well, the reason why I have him marked as a project
Wrong.
is because when he came
Wrong.
into the league, they knew that he was supposed to be a project.
Yeah.
But the weird part about the situation is that usually when you grab a project, you put him behind a guy who is similar of ability, and that's not Tannehill.
Well, do you
No, it's
remember
not even
him
close.
coming out and Tannehill saying, "I'm not going to help him because he's going after my job"? That was kind of right after. I don't know if you guys remember that. Right
No,
after
I
the
remember
draft.
that.
That's hilarious.
It made no
So-
sense.
No,
It was like
whatever.
an Aaron Rodgers move. It was like, yeah, you're not worth my time. Good day.
Yeah, he's not though.
But
They're
yeah,
not
I
even.
mean-
You're not even close to like.
You think he would have said that to like Joe Burrow or Patrick Mahomes when they came in the league?
No, because they're at least similar style.
Yeah.
And Tannehill was still getting paid.
But I don't view any of these quarterbacks as like Joe Burrow and Pat Mahomes. There's none of these guys that
I don't
think-
disagree. I don't disagree.
But we'll get there.
So let's jump into the next one because this guy's another guy who we only saw play for one game. And there wasn't much to really kind of break down there other than the fact that he turned the ball over 3 times in that game. And that is Sam Howell for the Redskins / Commanders.
He threw 3 picks?
/ Washington.
No, 1 interception, 2 fumbles.
Did you say Redskins?
Yeah.
Yeah. 1 interception.
2 fumbles, right?
I know it was 3 turnovers, so I apologize if I had that wrong.
That's
No, it is 1 interception.
Rush,
I mean-
touchdown, turnovers.
all right. So what do you got? What do you got him at?
So I think I have Sam Howell also in the same situation.
You went with quarters played everything. What the
Project. Sam Howell project.
Yep.
It's so hard this early in the NFL
is.
to call
It's hard.
anybody a dud.
Well,
Especially
no.
look
I don't
at-
know. I think
look
Malik
at,
Willis did that.
Where they were drafted kind of thing.
But look at Geno.
I don't think Geno's as good as he is without Pete Carroll. Though.
But is Geno a backup?
Ooh, most teams, yes.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying though. So it's hard to call somebody a dud that made it to this level coming out of college. Now Malik is probably close to that for me, but I think Sam
Yeah, I
Howell
mean-
under a good OC with the ability to be taught might have the something out there. Ryan actually gave a great comparison. Watching Sam Howell play,
Oh God.
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
That's because he looks like Baker.
Yeah, he looks.
It's
but
not
you know
even that.
his throwing motion,
Everything.
He looks like
Everything.
Baker in a helmet. His throwing
He's
motion.
confident in the pocket, though. If you watch him play,
So
which
is
is
Baker.
different.
He's
Baker's
confident.
not confident in the pocket.
Well,
He's
play on the
never been.
Browns O line and get sacked 40
He was
times.
The Browns
if you,
O-line
if you
was the
watch
best he's
Baker,
played
his
on.
best year, he was very confident in the pocket.
His
Yeah,
first 2
I
years.
have I have Sam Howell as a project. I think he's a step above Malik.
I do too.
I think he can definitely eventually be a starter, but we will have to see where
See, I don't even know
it's-
if he's capable. I think
It's so hard to evaluate, right? He threw the ball 19 times.
and it's not like he doesn't have the talent on the team. I mean, you got
No,
got
on that
guys-
team.
Yeah,
scary.
Oh, man.
Terry.
you got what Jahan Dotson.
You know
You
what's
got Terry,
funny?
scary Terry Curtis.
Did you know Jahan Dotson wasn't even the conversation for MVP? Played all year and he had the most touchdowns out of any rookie in the NFL.
Really?
He was in the conversation until he got hurt.
Yeah, he had more touchdowns than your boy Christian Watson.
Yeah, he started off hot. I'm not gonna lie.
Him and Curtis Samuel both start off really hot.
Did you hear the pissiness in his tone?
No,
He's
I
like, I
agree.
dare you!
Sound like a
Watson's better.
7 touchdowns.
Geno was a first round pick, but
Same
Geno
amount
has,
of touchdowns as Watson.
all right. Geno,
Look at his rushing touchdowns. Go
Geno
ahead.
never did anything
No,
up
he
until
was-
this year.
He hasn't done anything without Pete Carroll. I don't think Geno is
0
going to be
rushing touchdowns.
successful if he
0.
leaves. If he leaves Pete Carroll, I think he fits that system well.
I think they're gonna bring him back. They'll bring him back,
Yeah.
probably for cheaper because he's a vet and he had 1 year to show.
Yeah, I mean, who
Right.
else are you going to get? I mean, and they're not going to
CJ
spend a whole
Stroud.
bunch of money.
But why?
Watson had 2 rushing touchdowns. Just saying.
Hey, go kill yourself.
Oh, Jesus.
Whoa!
What do you have Howell
Excuse
ranked at, Steve?
What?
Who do you have Howell ranked at?
He's a project.
Geno was a first round pick. Well, that's kind of the point. But
That's what
like,
I just said.
yeah,
I mean, yeah, he dud. I would have called Geno a dud. Well, a project. I would have called him a project.
well, obviously project's proven, right? Because
Project is somebody you're not giving up on. I would give up on Malik Willis personally. I don't.
Yes.
I mean,
In 1 year,
or if you're not, I mean, yeah.
a guy that practices and plays and stays on the field and does what you ask him to do and has the athleticism that Malik has, you can't just.
Yeah, it's
I don't
not-
think you can quit on him.
And it's
Based on
not like we're
athleticism?
saying that, oh, we can go out there and do what Malik is. I mean,
Yeah,
he's a
look at
professional
me.
I
athlete,
100%
yeah.
can throw 50% completion percentage in the NFL.
You could.
100%.
Oh man,
I don't
that's gonna
know.
be so good. Let's go to.
That's,
It's a 50-50 ball. Just give it to the receiver.
That's Scotty.
I don't know if you have
That's
to,
good.
Are you mental?
That's
if you have to zip
That's a
on the
goodie.
ball like these NFL quarterbacks
You'd be
do.
surprised, man. I was a pitcher.
Oh my lord.
I've got some zip. Zip, zip, zip.
Oh my lord.
Shut up, John. All right.
Oh
I played flag football with him, so he knows enough.
Wheeler, what's your grading on him?
I had project.
He had a
You have a
project.
project?
Yeah.
Project. I think I would give him a year. I mean, do you give up on Heineke? Heineke did good. I mean, I think you're.
I don't think you have a choice.
I think you're done with Wentz.
No, I think you're done with Heineke
Why
Really?
not? Now why?
because
don't
he
Heineke?
said I'm not. Because they asked him to start the game that Howell started,
And he wouldn't start.
and he
Well,
refused to start.
probably because
and
they
he's out
sat
of
on-
contract. He's a
He'll
UFA.
go somewhere.
Yeah, he
He'll go
is.
somewhere and be a backup. He'll be. I mean, I think Heineke is a very viable backup on most teams right now.
I think
Heineke
so.
to the Jets.
Mm,
I mean, you have Mike White and
you might as well stay with Mike
Joe
White.
Flacco, who's
agree.
like 50 years old. So I mean,
Joe
he
Flacco.
fits that scheme.
Joe Flacco 4 years ago.
Heineke to
taken that
Miami?
team to the playoffs.
Yeah, you need a
As a
guy who's
backup?
not going to get hurt. And
know what?
Tua just now came out of concussion protocol
like that.
6 weeks later.
Yeah, you know what? Heineke to Miami, a viable backup who's not afraid to sling it.
Or Heineke to the Vikings.
Oh my God,
You got the receivers.
With Kirk's last year.
Oof. Is it?
Oh.
Well, it is. I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
there's
it's
options.
funny because that's one of their team needs is quarterback, and I refuse to put it down because they're just going to re-sign Kirk.
Yeah, they probably will.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
he's good enough to take him to the
He's
playoffs
like, hey,
almost every
you've
year.
been good enough for the last couple of years for us. We'll just
They need help on that defense.
We'll just-
so bad.
They'll draft a quarterback,
especially
in
if
the fourth or fifth
Rodgers
round.
does
They
surprisingly
probably
leave. I think they definitely sign Kirk back.
So we'll move on off Sam Howell. Let's go to. We got two other quarterbacks that to me probably have the same amount of playing time,
Okay.
and that would be Desmond Ridder and Bailey Zapp. I think we saw enough out of Desmond Ridder to know what we're doing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, what do you have him at, Steve?
I mean, I have Ritter as a starter personally. I think that he can play. I think he should have it. I mean, he had 4 games. Through those 4 games, he threw 63.5% completion percentage. That's good. That is Josh Allen completion percentage with his arm. With his arm.
But it's a run first offense.
I agree.
And I mean,
It is a run first offense, but I don't think it's going to be next
and
year.
Drake London looked really well when
Yes.
not Howe, sorry, Desmond Ritter came into the game versus
And that was without Kyle
Mariota.
Pitts.
Correct.
Every game he started was without
I
their
think,
best
yeah.
player on the entire team.
Correct.
I like Ritter a lot.
Ritter
I
likes
think
tight
he's-
ends, and he likes big body receivers. You look at his tape with
That's
Alec
what she said.
Pierce. Yes, that is what she said. You look at his tape with Alec Pierce in Cincinnati. He's going to be good.
Yeah, and he doesn't give up on a play. If the play isn't there down the field, he'll check it down.
I would not
which
be.
I love.
I-
mean, he does
yes.
not give up on a play. Like I said, he'll just check it down and try to get some positive yardage. out
Starter
of
for
that.
Ritter. That's what I'm saying. I think Ritter. You know what? They're going to shock people. They're going to draft another receiver. Except he's going to be BPA. He's going to be the
Jackson
tallest,
Smith
most
and Jigba.
athletic receiver that they graded when they do.
Could you imagine Jackson Smith
I think they're
and
gonna-
Jigba going to the Falcons? Oh, next to Drake
Well, I
London,
mean, right,
Kyle
but-
Pitts. That would be a super stout
right?
core.
Because I don't want to say he'd be a burner, but he'd be the route guy. So he'd be the underneath guy, which might work, but that's also what Kyle Pitts is
Right.
probably going to be.
You can
So-
put Kyle Pitts
so-
at wide receiver and draft a tight. I mean, Kyle Pitts can play wide receiver.
You should put him in wide receiver.
I don't understand what they haven't so far. I mean, there's enough.
No, they
tight
have.
ends.
They have. They just haven't thrown to
They
him.
just haven't put his title as wide receiver.
was-
But you had
split
Matt
out.
Ryan and Mariota throwing to him. So I mean, how much could he really do in that time?
When
You realize Julio Jones averaged like 1,400 yards a season the entire time with Matt Ryan.
Yeah, but what did he average his last year? Matt Ryan looked bad the last year with Atlanta, and he looked terrible with the Colts.
He didn't look bad with Atlanta. They had Calvin Ridley was out.
depending on what Atlanta wants to do at 8,
Yeah,
I could
Jackson
see
Smith and
them.
Jigba.
that's a poor take because Julio Jones was injured. Matt Ryan's last year there.
Wait,
Calvin Ridley was out. You had the dude that went over to frickin' Tampa Bay.
Russell Gage.
Russell Gage.
Yeah.
Got crippled.
So that was his 3 receivers, and then you had one other receiver when Matt Ryan was there.
Zacchaeus.
Zacchaeus.
Zacchaeus. Alamai Zacchaeus.
Yeah, whatever his name is. Rare
yeah,
metals.
so I mean, just
Rare metal.
no, you can't use rare metal for every name you can't speak.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, you can't.
We need to get you hooked on Fox,
Chigoziem
Steve.
and Conquo or Alamai Zacchaeus. Like you pick.
Is it Olamai Zacchaeus? Is it really?
Yeah.
Is it Zacchaeus?
It's Zaccheus.
Yeah.
We all know
I don't-
KJAM's the smartest person on the show.
I mean,
so.
very clearly.
Not even close.
pronunciation is the best.
But I do
At least on
enunciate
camera.
somewhat familiarly good. Familiarly.
See,
He
hooked on
couldn't say
phonics.
picture,
Such
but, you
a
know,
great
he can
vernacular.
pronounce these hard names.
All right. So I have Ritter as Project Plus. I don't know if I consider him a starter
You
yet.
didn't even call him a
I
backup.
had him as a lower end starter.
Yeah, you know what? It should have been Backup Plus. You're right. I apologize.
This
Backup
flippin'
Plus. No,
guy.
I wrote. You're right.
He knows your picks before
No,
you do.
Backup
Jesus
Plus. I
Christ.
just don't know if I can consider him a starter.
The Chinese don't want you, and I don't either.
I
Get
will
outta
say,
here.
coming out of college, if I had to grade him, I would have graded him as a starter, but not in Atlanta. That's my only issue.
Do you think the issue is the system or
I think it's
him?
the coaching.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay.
I
mean,
don't.
I could agree with that.
I think it's kind of a Matt Nagy situation. I don't think they know what to do with quarterbacks there anymore.
I mean, they had Matt Ryan for how many years?
I just don't know. That
And
team
they
is
only made
falling
one run.
apart.
It's so bad.
They went what? Vic to Ryan? Was it Vic to Ryan?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you had two guys. I mean, I
can't think of anybody in between
that
Vic and
entire
Ryan.
year. So it was, that whole decade plus, you had two quarterbacks.
He was there for like 14 years, and then
Yeah.
Vic.
Yeah, how about that?
Vic, that was right before he went to
was
jail.
that 08? That Vic? No. Was it 08 that Vic went to jail?
He went
It was, I think
think
it was
so.
07 that he got charged, and
I don't know. I had those stats in my head
Matt
a couple
Ryan.
weeks ago when I compared him to Lamar.
Yeah, he did. Nah, it was bad.
I mean, Matt Ryan over his career is kind of like he's up there with like
It's
a
Matty
Derek.
Ice.
He's like a Derek Carr. I mean, I think
He's Matt Stafford. Don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Matt Stafford.
Yes,
He made it to a Super Bowl. The only difference is he played the GOAT.
and he played well.
I mean, come
The
on.
defense.
Yeah, he
lost him.
scored
Yeah,
40
defense.
points, I
Yeah.
think.
That way he
So-
played well.
They
What
went
year?
from Vic to in 07 to Joey Harrington, Chris Redmond,
Joey
and Byron
Harrington.
Leftwich.
Oh, I forgot
I'm
to
sorry.
drafted by the
Byron
Detroit
Leftwich?
Lions.
Yeah,
Oh
in
my
2 games.
God.
All three in that same year, and then it was Matt Ryan from there on.
Okay.
Oh my god.
How dare you get arrested? You sound like a Philly offensive lineman.
How dare you? How dare you fight?
I used to have a Mike Vick jersey, and my mom threw it away after what happened with the dogfighting incident. I was so mad.
I don't know if anybody saw that, though.
I-
Because we didn't bring that up in news and rumors, bro.
No, we didn't because it just came out and I didn't put it in my stuff. And because
He has the image.
Oh,
He
well,
could have pulled it up.
pull it up real quick. Who's the Philly lineman that it was a rape? It was a charge on rape, wasn't it?
Yeah, rape, sexual assault,
Can we say we can't say that on YouTube? Damn it.
rappy.
It's grape.
SA.
You could say rape, but we're not monetized.
Not yet.
Like,
Coming on fast.
yeah, Philadelphia Eagles player Josh Sills indicted for rape, kidnapping charges. Indicted, sorry.
No, you're good.
There's a cord in my way.
He's a backup, so it's okay.
For kidnapping charger. Yeah, but you might need him.
It fits Philly.
Nah, it's
so.
okay. This was in the
Speaking of Philly being dangerous.
oh,
Speaking of
Jesus.
Philly being
He's going to the
strong.
Raiders next.
Oh my God. He might make it to San Fran.
Or Dallas.
Oh wait, he was in San Fran.
Wait,
Ha, I'm just
kidnapping
kidding.
charges in Ohio?
No,
Does
get
that
it?
say Ohio?
Because all the guys that have off-field issues
John-
go to.
John, read that off. Read off the.
Yeah, can you read off the
please.
bottom?
It says Ohio, I think.
Yes,
does.
yeah, it was in Ohio.
This dude from
Back from 2019. Yes, he did go to high school
Just
in
10
Ohio.
days before.
Oh, shit.
He looks like an Ohioan too.
Man, that's not fair.
Look at that face. He looks like an Ohioan.
Got that pencil.
Philadelphia Eagles offensive lineman Josh Sills has been indicted on rape and kidnapping charges in Ohio just 10 days before his team is set to compete in the Super Bowl. And then this link has the full story
Wow, that's crazy.
in their bio.
All right, so we'll jump on to that next quarterback.
All right, we're outta
Since
here.
we talked about Ritter and everybody kind of great. I probably have the lowest grading on Ritter, even though I loved him out of college. But let's jump into Bailey Zapp. Played very well coming out of. Where did he come out of?
Western was it Western Kentucky?
Western Kentucky.
I think it
Thank you.
was.
I actually made a joke with some of my buddies in fantasy.
Yes,
like
Western
imagine
Kentucky.
He had the most passing yards in college that year.
he's got a girl's name, so we kind of made fun of him.
Bailey.
Yeah, Bailey.
He's got a dog's
He's also
name.
named after an alcohol, so
Yeah, he'll zap your girl
Bailey.
though.
Yeah, he'll zap your defense too.
I think he's a
Yes, he will.
starter.
I do
I think
too.
he could be a sufficient starter, and I don't think it's Bill Belichick. You know, I think he's got the talent, he's got the vision downfield, he has the confidence in the pocket,
He's got the balls.
pretty much.
He
The
does.
question
He's
is-
got it. I mean, 2 games he
They
played
were
in
calling for him over Mac Jones, your first
I
round
agree.
pick.
and they should have put him in too.
I mean, would you? I think there's going to be a quarterback duel this year in New England.
In the
I don't-
offseason
I
with
don't know,
Bill
man.
O'Brien, there might be. There
I'm
might be.
telling you.
Win your spot.
Yeah.
he's back.
I don't.
And Bill O'Brien's going to put the
He looked
best
better than
person
Mac.
on the
You're
field.
damn right,
He's going to
Kelly.
put the best talent that he thinks for the team on the field. He's
I
not going to
don't-
put Mac Jones because
I don't think he looked better than Mac. I just think he's more accurate.
No,
You
but
know
I
what's
mean,
funny? His second
it's-
game he started, he played like shit too.
Well, it's the same. Anytime you have a quarterback that does good in one start or has good,
I don't think
done good
Jones
in
wants out, John.
season.
I think Mac wants a new OC, and he got that.
He got his OC. He got his old OC.
Now, does he still want to see Patricia every day he walks in the door?
No.
Maybe not.
I mean, Patricia is the fact he still has a job after what he did with the Lions.
Like what is he? What is Bill? What does
Amazing.
he know? What does he have on you, dude?
He knows how to eat.
No, it's not even. It's not even that. It's that Bill is loyal. He's a loyal dog.
Does he have that secret that your son loves
Which will
cocaine?
be his downfall.
You ever seen Steve
It
Belichick?
might be his
He's
downfall.
always licking his teeth.
No, isn't his son the
Yes, the D coordinator,
defensive
yeah.
coordinator?
Steven
Yeah.
Belichick.
So he's grooming him to become the head coach.
Oh, that's
that actually
exactly
might be a
what's gonna
Belichick franchise for another 30 years to come.
I think that's going to happen. That defense is good. That defense is so good.
I'm just saying.
They're so good. He just sits down.
So what do you have? What do you have Zappy at, Steve?
Zappy's a starter.
Even though it's Zap, that drives me insane.
I call him Zappy because
Zappy.
you know, it's E, and
It's
I'm an
he's
idiot.
a starter. I think he showed he can at least do it, and he did it with Devontae Parker before he got crippled again mentally.
Okay.
Harry.
Who?
Neil.
And Harry?
Nikhil
Harry.
Nikhil Harry.
Has been on the
Nikhil
Bears.
hasn't been there all year.
Nope, he was on the Bears.
He's in
And
Chicago.
he was hurt for the Bears.
He's the third receiver hurt for the Bears.
God, I hate that.
I didn't know he left. Jeez.
Yeah. Well, I wanted him to be
Shit.
good so
now
bad.
you know why he's the autistic guest. All right.
I'm good at certain things.
I
You'll
just
learn
don't
that
want
very
you.
quickly.
Are you good at knowing what Zap is capable of doing?
I think he put that on display. I do think.
So you have him as a starter.
I think
Wheels,
he could start for this team.
What do you have him as?
Starter. Like I said, I think he's got the confidence and he has the vision downfield that he can start on any team right now.
I'm confident
think
as
over
shit,
certain
and I
quarterbacks.
have 20/20 vision. You don't see me as a starter.
You have 20/20 vision?
That joke was 3
Yeah.
years old.
I have 20/20 vision.
Get it? 2020 was 3 years ago. Jesus.
Right over the
I
head.
didn't say I was
Right.
smart.
Man,
I
after that
didn't
joke,
say
you're
I
going to
was
put me
smart.
on suicide watch.
Yeah.
You know what the funny thing about all these quarterbacks
That's a
is?
dad joke, and he's not even a dad.
I think they're all over 6 feet.
Most quarterbacks that come in the NFL are all over 6
I think
feet.
Sam Howell's
Except,
6'1".
Sam Howell's
so-
probably 5'11" and
Bryce Young,
3/4.
and I don't like Bryce Young because he's small.
That's what she
I
said.
don't think height matters outside of being able to see over your offensive line.
Baker Mayfield would like to argue that.
That's Drew
Drew
Brees would
Brees.
also like to argue that.
Okay, but who? Drew Brees,
Okay.
Russell Brees and Russell Wilson are two short quarterbacks that have made it.
Russell
Who
Wilson
else?
doesn't look like he's 5'11", though.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
When he runs, he's shorter
I'll
than
take
the
a
running
call.
backs.
I'll take a guy built like Josh Allen, Ben Roethlisberger all day long.
Yeah, how about Nick Foles?
Well, but okay, so
6'5".
I take him too. I like height and beefiness. I like a guy that can take a hit.
Guys, dial that number 1-800 height and beefiness.
1-800
All
tall
right.
and beefy.
He says he's married, but he's not. He's free and ready to mingle. Let's go.
You know what he goes to Arby's and he gets the king size beef and cheddar.
Oh, you know,
How do you
used to
know?
be called the Big Cheesy
really?
at McDonald's.
It's a big deal.
The big cheesy.
Yeah, it was a triple cheeseburger.
Oh, is
I
that a
like
thing?
Yeah.
like my quarterbacks like I like my wide receivers, tall and big.
Like your sandwiches?
I'm
Yes.
done talking to this
Nice
kid.
and hot.
What do you? So
I was
like
hoping
I
you were
said,
gonna say like your women. I was like,
I had Zap as a
My wife's
backup.
like 5'1",
as a
so that
backup.
wouldn't
I have Zap
like
as
a
a
backup
backup.
plus?
I think
he
no,
played.
straight
He
up
played about
backup.
as he played as well as Ritter did. Actually, better.
Product of the system. I think a quarterback goes,
He
he
says
deals with
that.
Belichick. Belichick does his best to make sure that there's confidence in a quarterback. He gave him short routes, quick unders. He didn't do a lot downfield. So I think Belichick does what he needs to do with a guy that he's putting in as backup. Now,
I don't know.
is he capable of being a starter? I think there is some potential, but to me, it's backup.
Sorry.
My wife did actually work at Arby's, so
Oh man, I forgot about
Man,
that.
that's funny.
we met on a dating app. That's
Yeah.
She
funny.
has the
John,
meat.
That's exactly
She-
where
she
John.
has
That's
the
exactly
meat.
where I have him at. So
Oh god.
I love
Um,
roast beef.
let's talk about one other guy who we got to see a bunch this year. Well, actually,
Let's talk about the dude that sucked first.
all right. Which one?
Anthony
Skyler?
Brown.
Okay, that's who I was going to talk about.
Oh,
That's
thank God.
So we got to see him enough this year to
Your
the
ass.
point to the point where Harbaugh said, "Let's put in an injured Huntley." So
An injured Pro Bowl Huntley?
shit.
He made the
The
Pro Bowl.
fact that that's got to be an asterisk next to a backup's name is
can't
insanity.
stand
I'll
it.
give you this, KJAM. You can make the Pro Bowl over Tyler Huntley.
Oh, God.
100%. You can. Make
I
the
told
Pro
you
Bowl.
I could be a quarterback in the NFL. It's proving it.
Why didn't you try out for the Browns all those years? What happened?
They don't have walk-ons. I'm not in Philly.
I mean, they did have one walk on the guy who was homeless, the punt returner that one year, or the kick returner.
Oh
last year?
yeah, Giuseppe or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, something
Giuseppe.
boobada boppy. Yeah, that guy.
A precious metal, as Steve would say.
Was that?
No, he's
Precious
racist. That's
metal.
why he called him boobity boppy. So
You can't be racing against other
Anthony
white
Brown,
folk.
I don't have much on Anthony Brown. To me, dud, but like it's this guy. This guy's an undrafted quarterback that was picked up by a team that only picks up guys that look like Lamar.
Yeah, like I said in my first show, they just draft guys who are a lesser version of Lamar.
Yeah,
And expected to be more.
And exactly.
You're Save-A-Lot Lamar.
I mean,
That's
maybe if you get enough of them together, they can all play one season rather than
like,
having one every
If you're,
couple
you got to be
games.
from like the Northeast to know that joke, but that's
For
pretty
real? I
funny.
thought Save-A-Lot was everywhere.
No,
All right, so Aldi's everywhere, but Aldi's like a
Aldi's
step
is
up
not
from-
everywhere. They just
No,
made it to
they're in
Pennsylvania.
like 15
Jesus.
states.
Yeah,
Oh, that's it?
yeah.
They're building a new one.
You got to be
down here.
careful because like even like you could say fries, but like nobody up here knows what fries is, but almost in 40 states. So like you have to know. Yeah,
Fries?
yeah. Fries Electronics, Fries grocery store. Yeah,
The hell's fries?
it's Walmart. It's essentially Walmart.
What?
Yeah.
I go to Target, so
Oh, wow, you sound like my...
It's like comparing White
flippin'
Castle
wife.
to McDonald's.
I like
That's a good.
Target. I like spending money
White
at
Castle's funny
Target.
because everybody knows White Castle because of the movie.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So is what he's saying
Their
is
burgers
that
aren't
Anthony
good.
Brown will give you the shits.
White Castle? Oof.
Anthony Brown. I'm not gonna harass him too much.
I mean, come on.
He's E.
Lombard to Miami. Oh, John.
And waste all the money and capital on.
I mean, him and
Waddle
Tua, you'll have a full
and
season
Tyreek.
together at least.
Yeah, that's
between
right.
him
Hey,
and
can
Tua.
you, John? Did you put any of those over? Oh, I didn't give
All
them
right,
to
so
you. Never
you
mind.
I
said
was just
Anthony
gonna say-
Brown.
Never mind,
Anthony
never
Brown's what? He's your E?
Yeah, I'm not
He's,
going to beat up on him too
he's
much. I mean,
dud.
he was undrafted. He wasn't really highly touted coming out
You
of
know what?
college. There's a reason he didn't get drafted.
Yeah, but there's undrafted guys that are
You know
starters.
what's funny? I
Tony
have,
Romo was one.
Oh.
No, Tony Romo was. Yeah, Tony Romo was undrafted.
Tony Romo was undrafted.
look at him now. He's in the
Oh,
box.
there's a lot of running backs
He's
that
in
get undrafted. Eckler was undrafted.
He's-
There's a lot of corners that get undrafted that show up. There's a lot of players that get undrafted that show up.
Over
Now,
half the NFL is undrafted. Actually.
now rarely,
Yeah.
rarely is that guy a quarterback though.
No.
That is literally like so marginal.
I mean, look at Tom Brady, 6th round pick. Everybody was calling Brock Purdy the next Tom Brady. There's no way.
The league is rigged.
I mean, it is rigged.
Tom Brady
I
didn't
mean,
get injured his rookie season.
Tom
You
Brady
know
had
why?
one injury, I believe, his entire career.
I have Anthony
And that
Brown
was the ACL, wasn't it?
as a project.
That's because of the script.
I thought he dislocated his shoulder too.
He might have. I have him as a project, and I think he's a project. His completion percentage was just
You
awful.
have
It was-
Anthony Brown as a project?
and I think it's because he threw for over 300 yards in this one game. He played one game. He
Who
threw
do you
for over
play
300.
against?
I don't. That doesn't.
You know what?
The
That,
Browns?
you know what? Hold on. Does that
Everybody
really?
looks
no,
good
that's
against
a good
us.
point. That's a good point. Does that really matter? The fact that he's on the Ravens and he threw for 300 yards.
That I think that's huge.
That's huge. But they were down by like 3 scores. I think so. He had to throw.
They're
But
playing, they're
he did.
playing
He granted,
prevent.
That's a
he
good
threw.
point.
He threw 2 picks.
What was his completion percentage?
44.
44.9, so
What did he throw?
45%.
60 times.
49 attempts, 22 completions.
That's bad.
I mean, it's not
0
great.
touchdowns,
That's
2
bad.
interceptions, 5 sacks.
And I'm sure that was a Mark Andrews game. That's
Right.
bad.
Brady had
Probably.
4 serious injuries.
Okay.
Brady did.
Yeah.
Thomas Edward Patrick Brady.
2 of them were cheating.
Patrick Edward or is it Edward? Patrick Edward.
So I
Oh
don't.
yeah, he retired.
I don't
Rip.
disagree with
You
the.
didn't have that in the news.
Nah, it's alright. It's not important.
I don't.
Sorry, I
Yeah,
got his
you're
over.
really bad at this news thing.
That's alright. He'll come back anyway.
I don't.
That's all right.
thi-
That's all that matters right there.
You know what? No, I had him right there. Tom Brady retired
When he
again.
closes his eyes, that's all he sees. But he has
There you
like the
go.
Thanos.
Do you think that's
fan
all he
on.
wanted was to beat the
Snapping
Giants
his-
one last time?
I think that was he just needed to do it.
That's funny.
Eli Light.
Oh man, I don't like talking about this guy.
I don't either.
I mean,
But
It's not
the-
that I
it's the
hate him.
respect
Once you get
factor.
it once,
He gets the
I don't
homage,
care the
yeah.
second time.
Yeah, he
Good
gets
day.
the homage that he's gonna deserve. He's gonna be a first round ballot. He's getting like $100 million just to be on Fox Sports.
I think it's a good thing
So-
that he's gone for the NFL.
Sorry, Greg Olson. I hope that you find another spot soon.
Greg Olson had the best. He had the best. Whatever him and what's his face were the
Rating?
best ones this year.
Would you
I
take
disagree.
Would you take Brady over Romo or Brady over Olson?
I like Romo.
I'd
like
take
Romo,
Brady
too.
and Romo.
I like listening to Romo.
I would love to
be
hear
honest.
Brady and Romo argue.
Except all the controversy with Romo. Only saying a letter.
Oh no
Let's
no
bring
no.
let's bring
No,
let's
no,
bring
no,
that
no.
back
They
in,
should have
guys. Let's
Brady
bring it
on the
back in.
Manning
you don't
We're
want-
so off topic.
You don't want to talk about it?
We're so off topic.
Oh, okay, I thought that was news.
All right, no, we're just news was 30 minutes ago, bro.
I mean, maybe it was
All
actually
right,
30 minutes.
so we're
We'll never
literally
know.
at 6:20.
This
Oh,
isn't
wow.
CNN. You can't just.
We've been
butt
talking
in.
about nothing. Oh, it's been a really rough
No,
show,
we've been
guys.
talking about the quarterbacks, but
Oh,
like the
man.
thing is like let's get it going. So there's 2 quarterbacks that we're gonna have to get to. I'm not gonna get to Matt Corral because it's just
He didn't play.
He didn't play.
NA.
So well, I have him still as a project
Yeah.
because you're gonna see
You don't
what
know what you
happens.
see.
Right. Jack Cohn was an undrafted guy that which is shocking that the the Colts didn't get to him because they went through every other quarterback. He was undrafted by the Colts.
Yeah. Okay.
So they didn't even try to use him. And then
Ellinger.
Sam Ellinger was
Ellinger.
like there for 2 years already.
Ellinger.
Ellinger.
Whatever, stop it. Then the other two guys, and we'll talk about Brock Purdy first, and then we'll talk about the resident Steelers fan, and then we'll talk about Pickett. So Brock,
resident Steelers fan.
yeah,
We didn't
the
even
guy
talk-
that's wearing a Pens jersey.
No, Steelers. I'm a Pens.
Well, we didn't talk about. We got
I
Skyler,
love
Brock, and Kenny.
Oh, I forgot about Skyler.
Come on. See, I can't
No, you're
forget
good.
about
So
Brady.
let's talk about Brock. Let's talk about Brock because Brock's very relevant. Everybody's seen what Brock Purdy can do.
He's Jim Harbaugh's son.
Who?
He does look like a Harbaugh. He really does.
Or
He
John-
does the
right.
forehead.
Yeah.
No, it's just it's
There was
the whole-
actually a
I know,
cut.
I saw it.
the whole
I saw it.
facial structure. They got to be related, right?
So like 9 games played, started 5. He completed 67% of his passes, 1,300 yards. That's not bad. It's not great. 22-13. That's So I mean,
he's not a rushing quarterback, very clearly.
well, the rushing TD is just that was in the playoffs, so
Clutch.
it was needed. It pissed me off because I didn't call for him to get a rushing TD, and I owe people Chipotle because of it.
7% completion.
Yeah, I still haven't got my Chipotle.
But is that the system though?
I know you were gonna bring that up.
Yeah.
When you only throw 20 times a game,
Yeah, that's the same.
like
They're
he's
a
played,
run
look
first
at that.
offense.
He's
Yeah.
played 9
But-
games.
but
He only
let
has
me-
170 attempts.
You build your offense around what your quarterback can do.
20 times 9
Every
is
team does.
180. He's throwing less than 20 times a game.
And that's the offense. I would like to see where. I mean, like, I don't think Jimmy G was leading
He's-
the league in
yeah.
attempts.
He's not a Joe Burrow. He's not a Josh Allen. Not a Patrick Mahomes. You can't ask him to throw 40 times a game.
No, he's
Can I ask him to throw 30?
No, not
That's
when
the
you, not when
average.
you run first. What, is 30
That
the
team,
average?
but like you said, that team is built for run first.
They
but
also play from ahead.
with that defense.
The
You don't
defense
need
is
to.
NFC is so bad.
Right.
Yes.
Stop the NFC bad statement. It is so freaking lazy.
What's that?
It is so
Are
lazy.
you triggered?
The NFC bad conversation is so lazy.
Why is it bad?
You said it all day Saturday. You
No,
said
I
it was
didn't.
terrible.
No, I didn't. The best records were in the NFC.
Look who they played.
All of them. They
The
still had
Eagles-
to play the
The
AFC.
Eagles and the Niners had the easiest schedule in the NFL.
They still had to play the AFC though. You play one division in the AFC.
And I think, yeah, we'll talk about that Saturday. It's okay.
Anyways,
Calm down, KJAM.
He's putting off good.
Okay.
It's just I don't like lazy takes to say that they're the worst. Look at the NFC.
so
That's
I-
lazy. That's lazy.
So I think the NFC
Is it?
is bad because
Yes.
I don't think they're as competitive as the AFC because of the quarterbacks that are in that conference.
All right, but look at the defensive ends in that conference.
So yeah, so it would be a defensive heavy conference.
Right. So like
So-
we all know
but-
that the NFC is more defensive and the AFC is usually more offensive. It was the other way. And then now it's switched. So
There he is.
does it matter which one's which? Like if one's highly defensive, one's highly offensive, you're just going to say just because this division has no offense that they're bad? They don't play anybody?
I don't think the talent's there for the division.
And
or the
even say
conference.
that when you have a Kirk Cousins, Aaron Rodgers, you have Kyler Murray was touted as a top talent.
Kyler Murray
Ju-
is.
Go ahead.
I don't like Kyler Murray. I
Mid.
think he's done.
Done?
He's going to be
He's
playing
got 1 year
professional
left, and
cotton
he's
again.
gonna go play. He's gonna go play baseball probably with the A's. They'll
He
be like,
might
"Hey,
because
we'll
there's
bring-
more
we'll
money,
bring
less
you back."
injury, but he doesn't have as much free time
You
to play
remember
Call
how
of
big
Duty.
of a conversation that was coming out? Like him going into Oakland,
Yeah.
or him going
There
to
is Call
Yeah,
of
he
Duty
got
Mobile.
drafted by the Oakland A's,
Yeah,
and he got
first
drafted
pick.
by the Steelers or
the
the.
first. I think it was the
Cardinals.
first.
He
player
needed
ever
all
to
his
be
money
drafted first
guaranteed.
overall.
Yep, he needed
So
it all guaranteed, or else he was going to go play ball.
Yep. So I mean, so let's jump into the Brock Purdy. So I have Brock Purdy as a starter. I don't think he's a backup. I don't think he's anything better than a starter, but I think he's a starter. I don't think he's a franchise guy. That's why I don't have him as elite.
So like So we could equate starter and not elite, but starter is like game manager.
Starter to
A guy
me,
that's
yeah.
not going to lose you games.
Or intermediate till you get your
13
guy.
touchdowns, 4 picks. That's not going to lose you games.
That's a good point. I like game manager because he's like an Alex Smith to me. It's kind of what he reminds me of. Yeah, I like that.
Is it
Okay,
'cause he
yeah,
plays for the Niners, or
No, I mean it's just fitting, right? It's
It could be. It could be.
I think like you say, KJAM. I think you build that offense around him. You don't ask him to do too much. He'll be good. I have him as a
Just- yeah,
starter.
don't
I mean,
lose.
you don't want to. you don't want to overplay your hand with a guy.
You're probably going to, if you're the Niners, you probably got to draft tackle this year. Probably got. Trent Williams is ancient.
And he did talk about retirement.
He can still throw 300 pounds, no problem.
I think.
man,
I
did
think
you see him
Trent's,
toss
I
that
think
dude?
Trent's, that was the most entertaining part of the game. Is that
Oh, yeah.
when he
right?
just slammed him straight down.
Oh, my God.
I don't think I've ever
so
been
good.
happier to watch an NFL game until
He
that
just-
happened.
He made that little boy look like a little
It was like a
girl.
rag doll, dude. It looked like he just used his pinky to throw him down. It just, oh,
Rams, Bucks, Patriots. Eagles,
I don't know why he's
Of the
saying.
last 5 Super Bowls.
Oh, the NFC.
Oh, well, Eagles, Bucks.
NFC, Rams, Bucks,
Bucks,
NFC,
Eagles, Patriots.
and Patriots, Eagles, NFC. So there's only 2 AFC teams that have won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was one team.
So what he's saying is it's a lazy take.
What about the Chiefs? The Chiefs won a Super Bowl in that time too, Bo.
They did. I think where he has
You're
that one
wrong.
Patriots. Well, I think where he has the
Yeah,
one
because
Patriots.
Super
one is
Bowl
supposed to
or
be
Chiefs have been to the Super Bowl the past 5 years.
Oh, you're wrong.
Or 4 times in the past 5 years.
Oh.
The Chiefs?
Yeah,
But
To
that's
the Super Bowl the past 5 years?
yeah,
4 times?
yeah.
In
That's
5
what-
years?
yeah.
Yeah,
So
That
the,
doesn't sound right.
because they've been to the
So,
AFC
yeah.
Championship in the past 5 years.
Tom Brady averaged one
not right.
one Super Bowl every 3 years.
That's not right.
Hmm.
The Chiefs have not been to the AFC title in 5 years.
Yeah, no, that was
That
the
was-
first
Patrick-
thing. Yeah, that was
They-
that
that's-
was one of the things that they said.
They were called
For
the
the game.
Chiefs Invitational. That's the AFC Championship
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, but they haven't been to the Super Bowl for 5 years.
No, that's what John said. He was
The
wrong.
Chiefs, it was
Yeah.
the Patriots one. So wait,
Yeah.
no.
Yep.
Yeah, it was. It was the
Chiefs-
one
All right, hold
after,
on,
it was
we're
the
all
one
having-
after the Eagles.
Yeah.
It
We're
was the
having a
one after
collective
Eagles,
stroke
yes.
on air. So
The Brock
Let's-
Purdy, what's your take, Steve?
he's a starter.
Okay.
I think he can play within the Shanahan system. With that being said, I think he would also be a good fit in Belichick and Belichick's system in New England. I think it's very similar. They're both run first teams. I think before Deshaun Watson, he would have been a good candidate in Cleveland. He seemed poised in the pocket. I would say the same thing about Bailey Zapp. Poised in the pocket, taller-ish. I know Purdy's not like 6'3",
Right.
but
God forbid.
if
God forbid he have
if
2
Baker
inches of
wouldn't have
height.
had happy feet, it would have been different. But I mean, no, I like Purdy. I like Purdy long term. I think he's the cock's going to swing for a while.
All right.
I'm sorry,
You like
Super
how-
Bowl 2 in the past 5 years.
Correct. He won
Jesus
one, lost
Christ.
one.
Right.
And he got
Yeah.
beat by the Bengals and
Yeah.
didn't make that one.
'Cause his-
So that's 3 right
Yeah.
there.
He'll be going to his 3rd Super Bowl. He
And
won
then you
against-
have the
Yeah, there
Bucks
you go.
It's the 3rd
Eagles.
Super Bowl
And then you have the Bucks
Yeah,
Eagles.
yeah.
because they won against
So-
the Niners, they lost against the Bucks, and
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
my other thing is
Yes.
I don't know. I the stroke thing's real.
See, I told you we had a
Skylar Thompson.
All right. No.
yeah.
All right, we'll go to Skylar Thompson because
it.
this one was, that's
Do
why
it.
I didn't rate him. So if I had to rate Skylar Thompson, this is just to agitate Ryan. I would put him as a starter minus.
What?
he's a project for me.
Yeah.
That's just to agitate Ryan.
I think
Starter minus.
I think he did good for a reason of the wide receivers he was throwing to.
I mean, you look at those stats. Like, okay, so we had a stroke.
This is more of a film thing.
Yeah, I mean, okay,
If you
did he
watch
look good?
game
Yes,
one,
he looked confident.
if you look at the game 1 stats and you look at the game 2 stats, there's a big difference in who Skylar Thompson is.
They schemed for him.
Dud, he's calling. Oh,
They didn't
Purdy's a project, and really, Purdy's a project.
Exactly.
Oh, wait,
I said starter minus. Come on.
How delayed?
It's not that delayed.
See, Kelly knows.
Okay,
knows.
I was gonna say how delayed is
No,
the
it's
chat.
not that delayed.
Anyway.
The only reason I say Skylar
Skylar's
is
a dud.
Yes.
John, you don't speak for us all. I'm not gonna let you talk in chat no more. That's a garbage take.
You can't.
You can't call him a dud. You're gonna say he is as bad as Malik Willis.
well, you can still be. There can still be levels of dud. Right?
Right. So I would say like
This is never ending.
borderline dud project borderline.
So
I'm just saying there's still be
project minus.
levels.
Worse. I don't know. I don't see him being that bad. You called him a starter though.
I said starter minus.
I mean I got him as a okay.
You
So
can't
I'll say
make up these new.
I'll say
graphs.
project plus.
Project. Yeah, project.
I don't
mid.
think he was that bad. But I definitely think that he was better than Anthony Brown, at least according to my rankings.
And
I
Malik
thought
Willis.
he played. He was. I mean, and Sam Howell I have as a project. I mean, yeah, Malik Willis was bad. That's bad.
I take Sam Howell over Skylar Thompson.
If you
I would
look
too,
here,
personally,
you
which
ready
is
for
goofy.
the?
I did not like him coming out at all.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
So this is a Brock.
gonna-
This is a Brock Purdy stat line, but it's not Brock Purdy. So 31 attempts, 20 completions, 153 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 1 sack. And that was against the New York Jets.
That was Skylar Thompson?
That was Skylar Thompson.
Against that defense? He didn't
Against
turn
the
it over?
Jets. Correct.
That's actually... Okay, I'll take that.
Now,
A rookie
now,
quarterback
Was
who
that,
wasn't
his,
supposed
was
to do
that his
anything?
first game, though?
No, so this is when he was getting better. But now when they threw 45 attempts against the Buffalo Bills, where they almost won that game, and partly Waddle's fault, they lost that game.
That's true.
Miami should have run that game.
They should have won that game.
So, but he only had 18 completions that day,
Ooh.
1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, and it was a 40% completion percentage. But that is one of those games where like his stats don't show for what he did in that game.
They were down.
Yeah, no, he was-
They
he
were down
played well.
early.
He played
and they were,
very well in
they
that
were-
game.
They were down early and they were throwing often, and he.
And that's against 2 top 5 defenses.
Hey,
So
Bo,
I think the eye test is a big factor for him. Like you had to have watched his games.
Yeah, no, he's a project.
Bo, would you compare him to Jamarcus Russell?
Oh, my Lord. Why you got to do that?
can't do that.
All right, we got one more bum to talk about.
Yeah, we'll talk about Kenny Pickett. Where do you guys have Kenny Pickett?
So I loved Kenny Pickett coming
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
college.
I know. You're
I
sitting-
really did. I'm not gonna
he's
shy away
drooling.
from it.
He's
I
drooling
thought he
at the damn desk
I thought he was gonna be like a stud.
Two-hand Kenny.
Oh, you thought about... Hold on. Are you
I-
saying that he did not meet your expectations?
No, he didn't. He did not meet my expectations. I would take Brock Purdy over Kenny Pickett right now.
Why am I going to have him graded higher than you?
Well, he hasn't set his grade.
No,
I think he's a starter.
Kenny Pickett's a backup to him right now?
Yeah.
He was a first-year starter.
Like I said, I'm not going to shy away from my take. I never do. I think I love
sits
Kenny.
there.
I love Kenny Pickett. He was my number one coming out, and I took hits on the chin for it. But I'll stand by. I don't think he lived up to the potential that I had him at.
Hold on, I just want to call out Bo real quick, saying that he's calling Kenny Pickett a starter.
No.
He called Pickett a backup.
Or I'm sorry, a backup as of right now. Except, who do they have on their bench that he talked on about on Saturday
Well,
show
he said
and wore their jersey?
He said he would have given away Mitch.
Right.
Like he wasn't a Mitch fan. He didn't say he was a Mitch
He
fan.
said he would have given up everything.
I would take Kenny Pickett over Mitch
to
though,
get
I'll be
that
honest.
pick back.
You take Kenny Pickett over Mitch?
Which, by the way, Bo, just to give you a heads up, they didn't trade for Mitch. They just took Mitch high.
I thought they... No, I thought they...
No, that
that's
was
right.
their
He
pick.
they had the
So-
second
That was
one.
their pick.
All right.
Going back to the Pickett, I don't think it was so much on him
one's
as
for
it
Ryan.
was on his offensive line. That offensive line, I think, was graded 30th in the NFL.
They
So,
got
I mean,
better as the season went on.
you got to have an
Can I-
offensive line behind a rookie
So,
quarterback
his-
because you need him to build confidence. And I think Mike Tomlin will help him build that confidence over the year. I think he's going to be a starter, but he's not going to be,
So
an
Wheels,
elite guy.
his stat line is skewed, right? Because we know the first game he came in, it was against the Jets.
Yeah, when Mitch threw, 3 interceptions,
It was
I think.
3 interceptions his first game, and he still threw a 65% completion percentage. Or no, he had a passer rating. His completion percentage was 76% that day. So 13 passes, and 3 of those missed passes were interceptions.
Yeah.
And then he threw 4 weeks after that, he threw another 3 interceptions. Now, if you look going on
He
from
built off that. He did really well towards.
right, if you look from week 10 to week 18, when it matters, he threw 1 interception that entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely improved. That's why I have him as a starter.
Yeah, he's a starter 100%. He's right below Brock Purdy. Not by a lot, but I think his issue is
I
confidence.
have him above Brock Purdy.
I think he's more willing to risk.
He likes to
than
play
Brock
hero
Purdy.
ball, and that's the issue with the interceptions.
Well, but that also won them 2 games in the
Yeah.
4th. So God, you guys are making me defend.
I got him as a starter plus.
I hate it. I hate defending this guy.
I
Starter plus.
I think that there's capability there, and if with that offense with Matt Canada,
What's our grading scale again? It doesn't go elite and then starter
well,
and then
elite is
this-
franchise,
this
right?
guy.
Elite is franchise.
starter plus.
Well, no. Elite is franchise. Elite plus is Hall of Fame. So I don't think he's a franchise guy, but I think he's a guy that they're probably going to sign.
Yeah, and they watched him all through college. The Panthers practice at the same facility the Steelers do, and that's why I hated him going to the Steelers, because they know what makes the guy tick, and they're going to build off that. I think he's going to do well next year.
I do too.
That will show, but they need to build up that offensive line.
I think he's going to take a step
They
next
have
year.
the wide receivers with George
What?
Pickens and
Step forward or
Deontay.
backwards?
forward.
step forward.
Okay.
And Deontay Johnson, who didn't have a touchdown and however many receptions.
Yeah, I
Pretty
know.
crazy.
My fantasy team.
Yeah, I
Well-
had him too. Don't worry.
So let me build off this, right? Because the offseason matters. And he got no time with these guys in the offseason, so there's no chemistry. and I agree with you, Steve. I hate defending this quarterback.
you hate defending
I
Steelers
hate
players
the
so
Steelers.
much.
Except you talk Steelers
No,
all the time.
I don't talk Steelers all the time.
Come
I
on,
just
you
no,
yins.
I don't. The issue is you can never count that team out.
Never.
And let's be honest, we're the 4th place team in the damn division.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, that'll help
It
us
hurts.
out next year.
So,
Yeah, well,
all right. So I think that's kind of it. Because like I said, I gave you my ranking. I have him as a starter plus. You have him as a starter,
I just have him a
and
big starter.
Wheels has him as a starter also. I know you guys didn't do
So
plus and minus, but like these guys, what I'm saying is when I say starter plus, he's on the cusp of being a franchise guy.
I would love to come back to this halfway through the season next year and just
Agreed.
kind of.
That'd be
And
cool.
we can go back and look at our
We will.
picks and see what
No, we
they
will.
build on. I think it would be because, like you said, KJ, it's hard to see what these guys did in one season. 'cause
Let
a lot
alone
of them
3
didn't-
games.
Yeah, a lot of them didn't start, but 1 or 2 or, like you said, 3 games. So I mean,
Right.
we're judging them off of what I mean.
This wasn't a
Shade
on
starting.
one
This
quarter,
wasn't a
one game.
starting quarterback class. There was only
Yeah.
2 guys that were supposed to start coming in. Like Brock Purdy was never supposed to be that
No.
guy. Even like Bailey Zapp, never supposed to be even touching the
Skylar
field.
Thompson.
Malik Willis was the one we thought would touch the field, and when he did, they're like, I gotta go.
Yeah, Malik
Um,
is-
You always have a couple of those guys every draft, and then some of them pan out, and then they just kind of fade
So-
away.
I have a question for you guys, and this one's kind of off script.
No.
Going into next year, because we have a dynasty league, and that's probably some of the stuff we're going to go on and talk about in the offseason. Do you like any of these guys fantasy-wise next year? If there's a guy you would move for, a guy you would try to get on your team, are there any of these guys that you would try to reach out and try to grab fantasy-wise?
I'd grab Pickett. I would grab Brock right now, but the injury, I mean, he's out for at least 6
But you can
days.
get him low. You can get him at a low cost now
Alright.
with the injury.
I tried to trade a third for Brock Purdy, and I got denied, so
But do you see what I'm saying, though? You
Yeah.
should be able to go
Seriously?
low.
yeah.
Jesus.
I would
Christ.
take Kenny Pickett. I mean, I'm not giving up a first for him.
They
But
said no to a third.
I'm just
for
curious
Purdy?
if there's any. So you like Brock Purdy. You're not like you would be willing to hold on to a guy like Brock Purdy or Kenny Pickett on
This
your team.
guy.
yeah.
Okay, Steve.
John, what are you doing?
Steve.
This guy's he's making roster moves right now.
I picked up Bailey.
What a pile
This guy.
What an
Oh
asshole.
my
What an
god.
asshole. I'm live here.
That's so rude. How
Oh my
rude.
God, what kind of garbage
Johnny,
is this?
that is so rude.
So I might get in trouble for this one. I like Ritter a lot.
He's watching you.
Desmond?
No, Bo. I'm watching.
Well, how many
you.
people are in your dynasty?
12.
I mean, all those quarterbacks should
Is-
be gone. If any of
hold
those quarterbacks aren't gone, that's pretty crazy. The fact that Zap
Desmond
on-
Ritter, I think, is gone.
I think he's gone.
Zap should
but I
be
would. I
gone,
mean,
Brock
like,
should be
I would
gone.
like to see.
Yeah,
what-
all of them I think are gone.
I like Ritter.
Well, now they are.
yeah,
Jesus.
This guy.
Skylar might be available.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I asked, is there a guy you would move for? Because
No.
like he said,
Other
I
than
would
that.
try to get Kenny Pickett, but I'm not giving up too much for him.
No.
Right.
I think that the offense in Atlanta next year, it should be improved. If it isn't, I would move.
And if it's run
Desmond
first,
from-
you got a good opportunity there.
Well,
with the
I would
quarterback.
expect Pitts and Drake to both take a step forward.
Well,
Drake?
Who's the tight end for Pat Fairmouth?
Ooh.
Yeah, in
I
Pittsburgh,
think
yes.
he's going to have a good year with Kenny.
What did you just say?
Pat
Fryermuth.
Fryermuth, sorry.
The mute is
Freyer
loose.
move.
I can't. I'm autistic, okay?
I
You said it yourself.
I would
I would
possibly
feel so
go for
bad
him,
if he was
but-
actually diagnosed with autism
I
when I did
was.
that.
Oh
I
my
swear to
God.
God, I was
Son of
actually.
a-
So you're good.
Whatever.
I don't either.
Jeez.
Well, no, my medical record says I'm on the spectrum. But you know, do that with what you will.
You shut your mouth.
Hey, we got a helmet in front of you to wear.
Jeez.
Hit in the chat, chime
Oh
in.
my God.
And out of this class in the chat, tell me who your favorite quarterback is
Kelly,
out of
who
this
you want?
class. So you have Skylar Thompson, Malik Willis, Desmond Ritter, Kenny Pickett, Sam Howell, Bailey Zapp, and Brock Purdy, and Anthony Brown, kind of.
No.
So out of all those quarterback, who's your guys' favorite in the chat? And
While
let
we
us
wait.
know.
We have
Yes.
we still have me.
Yes, John. I know. John, do not make me come over there and kick you in the shin. Your brother was slightly autistic today too,
Listen.
and so were you, Mister. I had to click the news feed 3 times.
Why was
Yeah,
I
no.
autistic? Ritter? See, that's what I'm saying. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you. Kelly, who? Come on, tell me, Kelly.
I like that. So
I need
why,
to know.
So we'll come back to that, and while we're going in, while you guys are typing in the chat who your favorite quarterback is out of this rookie class, let's jump into they mean well.
I like that, Bo.
What do you say?
E, none of the above.
All right, what do we got up on the top left? Because I
So-
cannot see any of that.
That is the 2023 AFC champions, and it's the refs for the Bengals Chiefs game.
Is that them with the walking sticks?
No,
No,
this
no,
is
that's just them posing for a picture.
Oh, that's funny.
I
That's
wish
a
it was
pregame
that.
picture.
That's so funny.
Middle one is quoting Nickelback, and it is the Zeke playing center play, which is always funny.
Whoever wrote that play needs to never coach in the NFL again.
No, he
I think
just
it's
got a
kind
new
of funny.
job.
It was
He's,
Kellen
he just
Moore,
got
I
a new
think.
job.
he's their
Yeah.
7th
Oh,
offensive
God.
lineman.
He is. He is. That's funny. He got tanked too.
The 49ers one was during the game,
Oh no.
which was awesome. It was just still funny. Because I think the whole Jerry Jones tweeting about the
Does
kicker.
that say soap?
Yes.
Oh, come on.
I think it was the
weak.
same thing with John Lynch saying that they needed a quarterback and whoever's in the stadium to come down.
Who's that a picture of?
And then the
That's
bottom
Tom
one,
Brady.
Oh
the
my God,
bottom
there's
one
four
is
of 'em.
Yes, the bottom one is Brady dressed
He
dressed
needs
up
to-
nice, saying he's looking like he's getting ready to go kill frame Roger Rabbit in
Yeah.
Two Town.
That was pretty funny.
That one's funny. That one's funny, but you got to be old. You got to watch that good. That's a good movie.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Roger Rabbit.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So Kelly didn't put hers in the chat, but
Kelly
Bo
hates
said,
us.
Bo said none. So Bo doesn't like any of
Would
these
you
guys.
take any of them?
But I don't trust a Bears fan recognizing quarterbacks.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I love you, Bo. I'm just saying.
The
you guys don't even. You guys
oh,
haven't
no.
seen a good quarterback since Jay Cutler before he got signed.
Oh God. Anyone.
When he made that contract, it just.
Oh man, that one hurts.
So
Sam Howell.
that's because she likes Baker.
Oh well.
She just wanted Baker Jr.
I've seen enough bad to know. See, that's respect.
Well, yeah, but you haven't seen. But you haven't seen enough good to know what good looks like.
Baker Light. If Sam Howell can sit in a pocket and take the pressure, I think Sam Howell's going to be better
I
than
like
Baker.
him. I like him.
All right. I mean, what's that?
So
She has him on Taxi.
Nice.
That is true. My wife has Matt Corral,
Judging
too.
by the before the draft even happened and where everybody had these guys, do you think we're about at where we suspected to be with how these guys played, or do you think we took a step back with a lot of them? Like, do you think they fell where they were supposed to, or do you think one of them,
Well,
shined?
obviously not.
Obviously Brock.
Obviously
Brock.
not.
But other than that, I mean, you take him out of the equation. Do
So
you think?
if I had to grade these teams who drafted these quarterbacks, which I think is what you're asking,
Yes.
I would say Steelers A, which should because they didn't really put a lot into this. It was a late first round pick.
Yeah, they didn't move up.
And they
were
got
just like,
very good production out of him. I think that's really it. The Malik Willis one. I think he was third or fourth round.
Third round, you still have some talent down there, depending on where they
I
drafted.
mean, Ritter went in the third.
So Ritter. I would put an A on the Ritter one.
I would say A on Ritter if he went in the third. Sam Howell went late.
It's one game.
I think he was
That's what's so
mid-fourth.
hard about it, right?
That's
Well,
what I
no,
said. We'll come
he's
back.
saying grade the team
Yeah.
based on what their usage and ability
No, well,
now.
Yeah.
So I don't disagree. Like I think if I had to give a grade, I think Skylar Thompson's an A. Because based on what they did produce with Skylar Thompson, not knowing they were going to even have to use him.
Yeah. I mean, him, Brock Purdy are A's.
Bailey Zapp, I guess A, right? Because that was a late draft pick.
I like Zapp. I like him a lot, actually.
I think the only low grade for me would be Malik and probably Sam Howell. I guess those would probably be my only. Like I'd probably have to say Sam Howell B.
Yeah. I figured I'd bring it up since we have a weird draft class again coming up this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's any starters outside of two guys in this draft class either.
So Malik was third round. Pickett was first round.
Bo, what do you eat?
So if Malik was third round, I'd have to give that that'd be a C or a D easily.
Howell was fifth round. Ritter was third.
See, Howell in the fifth, like to me, that's like a
C.
B. That's a C or a B. Like that's not a bad
Howell
pick.
Baker.
Zapp was fourth. Purdy seventh. Thompson seventh.
Kelly isn't like a name, like Howell Baker, like first name,
I
second.
feel like
middle
she
name.
owns both quarterbacks.
That was a fat finger thing.
No, Zach owns Baker.
slip.
Oh, tilapia?
No, the
Okay.
person that owns Purdy owns Baker as well.
Oh, Howell was announced as starter? Interesting. Oh, Brock.
Yeah, he was announced as a starter the last week of the year.
Yeah, that's all right.
I don't obviously going to the offseason, that's not going to happen because they have to figure out what they're doing with Taylor Heineke if they can.
Oh, Bo.
You don't tempt me with a good time.
That's funny. All right. That being said, let's
Excuse me?
let's finish up this show with
Yeah,
our
sorry.
takeaways for the day. Johnny, any takeaways?
No, just I wish that the quarterbacks. I don't know. I like Wheel said, I don't like the quarterbacks in this class.
John just had a stroke.
All right. Wheels, any takeaways?
I don't think you'll have but 2 quarterbacks drafted in the first round this year, if that.
In the first round or
First round.
you talking fantasy or actual draft?
Actual draft, you won't have more than. I think there's only 2 that get drafted in the first round this year.
All right.
Fair enough.
That's a bold take. How about you, Steve? What do you got?
Is that my name?
I have to think about it half the time.
Jesus Christ. Mother Mary, forgive him for he doesn't know what he does. I think that saying goodbye to what people are calling the greatest player of all time is difficult. It is also the second time he's doing it. And it's also
1 year ago from today.
Exactly.
It loses its
an exact
potency.
year away. I mean, if you watch the video, though, he was getting choked up
It
at the
seems
end.
Yes.
sincere
It
compared
did.
to last
Yeah,
year, which seemed planned.
I mean, he
I
put
like
that
how
he put that video out at like 9 in the morning.
Yeah.
And obviously he was in Florida, so it's not like he was crying too hard because he's in Florida.
Actually, it was like
and he's a
8.
multimillionaire.
Was it that early? Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
he's a
because I still didn't get my back haul yet.
Oh, jeez.
I was still at work.
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, he was there for my childhood. I was like 10 when he came in the league.
23 years.
So that's oh my God, I was younger.
10.
Jesus. So
I
that's even younger.
Jeez.
He's been around ever since I started getting to football. So it's difficult to look at that and think, wow, a figure that I've known ever since I started playing ball is leaving, right?
He won a Super Bowl every 3 years.
I mean, that's impressive. Who else is gonna be able to do that?
Face of the NFL.
Yeah, for how many years?
The script of the NFL.
I think when you think NFL, you think of 2 people.
You think of 2 people?
Yeah.
Him and Peyton Manning.
Yes.
No, I think
Payton.
John Madden and Tom Brady.
Okay, so I think Tom Brady and probably Peyton. That would be me.
Yeah, Peyton,
or Roger
that's
Goodell,
who I
because I
grew up
hate
with.
Roger
I mean,
Goodell. I hate him so much.
I'd say Peyton and Madden.
Yeah, I just that's fine. I could see that, but I'm just saying, like, Tom Brady is renowned across the world.
That's true. I mean, Peyton's just. You go to Tennessee, people sing his praises. I mean, like, I remember dressing up as Peyton when I was a kid, and that's only because the Bernie Kosar stuff was sold out for Halloween. So,
Bold take, John. Bold take.
bold take? What's that?
4
Four
QBs. in the first
QBs taken in the first round.
Oh, Jesus, that is bold.
That's more than last year.
Name
Yeah.
it. You got to list them right now. Hurry up.
Pickett was
into
the only
show.
one that was on the first.
You got to list them right now. We're into the show anyway. Thank you for being here. God bless you guys. God bless Tom. I hope his family comes back together because nobody wants to grow up.
That's where he started getting choked up in that
Yes.
message.
That was. I hope his family comes back together genuinely. I mean,
And the fact that he said he wouldn't change a thing kind of was mind-boggling.
Right.
I mean,
I know he doesn't want to
do you
admit
think he
it. I
regrets
know he
not
doesn't want to
retiring?
admit it. I think he's like, shit, I didn't even make it close this year. I gave up my family for one more Super Bowl.
Giselle's
And
coming back. Stroud, John Richardson. That was.
not if he was playing with that supermodel.
Richardson doesn't.
But then
deserve to be
again, she
taken
might have
in the
been playing
first.
with AB. So,
Same with Willis.
all right.
yeah. Anyways.
Was that your peace out?
Yeah, that's it. I'm out. Love
All
you
right.
guys. God bless you. Thank you for being here. Tell your friends.
So that being said, what we're gonna do this Saturday for the Saturday show is we're gonna get into what was it?
The Senior Bowl, 6 o'clock show.
Yes.
It's gonna be 6 o'clock.
Thank you.
6 o'clock show on Saturday. We're gonna go over all Senior Bowl stuff. We're gonna really start diving into draft talk, college stuff. So if you like that, if your friends like that, please tell people. Come in and talk to us.
Share, subscribe.
For the love of God, hit the button.
Yeah. So, what like Steve said, that's what it's all about this weekend. We're gonna be getting into a lot of what's going on at the Senior Bowl, some of these prospects coming into the league, what we think about these players. We're gonna try to keep that ranking system consistent for all these guys when we go through all those things. Like I said, it's gonna be dud, project, backup, starter, elite. That's your A, B, C, D, E in reverse order.
F.
So
We go by F in Ohio.
they don't anymore, man.
That's so bad.
But
Why?
so that's going to be the Saturday show, and it's going to be like he said, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. It'll be post the Senior Bowl, so the Senior Bowl starts at 2:30 on Saturday, I think, and then we will be on right after the Senior Bowl talking about what's going on there. I think
6
that's-
o'clock show. 6 o'clock show.
Yeah, I
Bob.
think that's all we're going to get into. We might talk a little bit about the Pro Bowl theatrics, but that might be about it. Maybe.
Pointless.
I don't mean.
Maybe.
I didn't
we
mean
don't
to
want
hack
to.
into the mic. I
we don't
apologize.
want to, but maybe.
No, Pro Bowl's ass.
But if you guys do know people and you guys aren't doing anything that night, please, like you said, please share the show, like, subscribe, reach out. And I would like to hear from you guys in the comments in the videos if you can. Any topics you would like us to go over for the future. Give us some ideas which you guys would like us to talk about, because we'll dig in, we'll do the research, and we'll figure out all this stuff for you guys.
I don't know who you are, but I appreciate you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
you.
Hey, thank you guys, and you have a wonderful week. We'll see you Saturday.
See ya.